When you run a high school sports program, you're going to have administrative duties and paperwork you need to take care of during the season. For a pickleball program, this won't be too big a workload and will mostly consist of getting your ducks in a row before the season starts and submitting a postseason report. You might be asked to act as a student advisor for an existing pickleball club that plays intramural matches, or you might help students form a club and then help them run it, or you might be asked to coach a team that plays in an inter-school league against other schools. The first thing you should do as a new school pickleball coach is to meet with the school's athletic director. An AD is responsible for the performance of every sport at a school and will have his or her own rules and philosophies about running sports teams at the school. You'll get your budget from the AD, the school rules for operating a team, such as getting copies of student physicals, parental permission slips, and liability waivers, any league rules and information for using facilities, checking out buses, and how many students you can take in your program. In most cases, adult coaches need to provide a background check to work with a high school youth sports club or team, even as a volunteer assistant. You can get one by visiting your local police department and paying a small fee. Your athletic director will most likely be able to help you get a free background check. The same goes for a league director. Some schools might require that you take the online Safe Play course and will often give you a code and link to take the course for free. Consider taking first aid, AED, and CPR training. Check into free or low-cost training courses offered by the American Red Cross and American Heart Association. Your athletic director can guide you regarding what training you need and where to get it. When you run practices and matches, you might need to have a first aid kit, AED defibrillator, EpiPen, inhaler, or other safety equipment with you, and when you travel to away matches. Meet with your school's athletic director for tips on how to handle sprains, other common sports injuries, and heat stroke. He or she might also be willing to help you put together a pre-practice or pre-match stretching routine and post-practice conditioning, cool-down, and stretching routines. Using the program budget set by your AD, decide on what items you need to run your program. This might include balls, a ball cart or ball carts, temporary nets if you're using tennis courts for your pickleball matches, temporary lines and tape, scoreboards, ice coolers for drinks and ice for injuries, uniforms, meals, awards, something like a clipboard and a whistle. After you meet with your AD, take time to learn the rules that will govern your club or team. That will include the official rules of pickleball and your league rules. League rules will govern things like the match format, how many singles and doubles matches you'll play, the scoring, will you use regular or rally scoring, win by 2 or first to 11, how lineups need to be created and when they can be changed, coaching during matches, and how to submit scores. If your school or club submits scores to a service like Duper or UTR, assign this task to your team captain or manager and check to make sure they're entered each week. It's now time to set your team rules. This can include things like practice attendance, challenge match procedures, conduct, usually given to you by your AD and which covers all school sports, grade requirements to remain eligible, team communications, score submissions. In addition to submitting scores to your league, you might want to submit the match scores for each of your players into a rating system like Duper or UTR. This will help your players gain opportunities to play in other leagues and tournaments at an appropriate level. Make sure you get permission from students and parents to do this. Once you have your school and club or team rules in place, it's time to invite potential team members to the first team meeting. You can do this after school with students or hold an evening meeting with players and parents. Some coaches have the coach, players, and parents sign a contract that covers the expectations for everyone to follow during the season. At the very least, this contract can simply be a list of your team rules and an acknowledgement that everyone knows them. After a week or so of practices, consider naming a team captain, co-captains, or a team manager to assist you with simple tasks during the season. You can have team members vote anonymously on their choice for captain or manager, or you can make the selection based on what you see during the first week or so of practice. It's important that you have a set schedule for practices each day so players know what's expected of them and get used to how practices run. Use the model practice plan presented later in this program to create your individual daily practice routines each day. Whether you are working on serves, ground strokes, volleys, or singles and double strategies, you want to use the same routine each day, one that includes a warm-up, drills, technical or tactical work, point play, and a cool down and stretch at the end of the practice. Using the lineup rules set by your league, determine who will play what lines for you. You'll have until your first match to do this, so use your practices to learn who your best players are and start playing inter-squad matches to create some objectivity in your lineups. The first week or two, you might have students play matches that don't count as official challenge matches. Don't even ask who won. Just let the kids play practice matches. As late as the week before your first match, you can play official challenge matches that you can use to make your lineup. At the end of the season, you'll need to submit an inventory of your equipment to your athletic director. You'll need to document student participation and might need to make suggestions for team awards. Since coaches and advisors change from season to season, you might be asked to write a short report about the season and players that will help the athletic director and next season's new coach get a feel for what happened the previous season. Keep track of any personal purchases you make during the season and keep receipts so you can get reimbursed during or after the season.